Exploding Endings by Tim Harris. Want to buy this for $5? I wouldn't call it stealing. It's just that I needed the money. $3,000 actually. Borrowing it would be more accurate. Yeah, I borrowed $3,000. The whole thing started when I saw an ad on the television for a luxury holiday in Fiji. Mum's eyes became dreamy. That would be nice, she said. I wish I had a spare $3,000. Mum only ever became dreamy like that whenever she wanted something. She did it all the time when she visited the second-hand shop. She was always coming home with bits and pieces. Me too, said Jet. Jet was only 7 and always agreed with whatever Mum and I said. And it was so annoying. I wish I had $3,000 to go there too. I stared at the television. Smiling holidaymakers ate ice cream by the pool. They rode jet skis and snorkeled. The Fijian sun beat down on their arms. They were happy and relaxed, being waited on like members of the royal family. I wanted that life. I wanted to go to Fiji and live the high life by the pool. I needed $3,000. Mum sighed. It'll be back to the caravan park for us this Christmas. Back to the caravan park, repeated Jet dimly. Not me. I wasn't going back to the caravan park where the only people having a good time were the flies and mosquitoes. Flies and mosquitoes aren't people, by the way. They're insects. And I don't like insects. I don't like the caravan park. I like Fiji. I chuffed off to my room to start planning. I had to think of a money-making idea. Perhaps I could learn an instrument and busk. Nah, too time-consuming. Maybe I could do chores for Mum. Nah, she's too stingy for that type of thing. I could get a proper job. No way, just no. Too responsible. Plus, I think you have to be 14 or something. I could make something and sell it. Yeah, that sounds doable. What could I make? There wasn't much in my room to give me any ideas, so I opened my desk drawer. I found a few pieces of green cardboard and some white paper I had borrowed from school. That would have to do. What would people want that I could make with paper and cardboard? My phone beeped. I glanced at the screen. Of course, screenshots. Everybody loves taking screenshots on their phone. And screenshot on cardboard would save them from looking at their actual phones all the time. Think of the battery power they could save. I copied the home screen of my phone on the white paper. It took almost 10 minutes to draw because I had to get the app icons just right. The next screenshot only took 5 minutes because I was much better at it by then. The last two screenshots took about a minute each because I was getting really, really good at it. There were 4 screenshots in all. They were just like the home screen on my phone. I glued each one on its own piece of green cardboard. Working out the price was the hardest part. I needed $3,000 to go to Fiji. $3,000 divided by 4 was $750. That was too much for a screenshot. I settled on $5. I wrote the price on each one and put them back in the drawer. The next day after school, I would be ready to start my money-making mission. We lived in a busy street. There were always people walking past our house. Those people were now my customers. Want to buy this for $5? The lady ignored me as she walked past with her dog. That was rude. You should never ignore people. I bet they don't ignore you in Fiji. I plonked myself on the grass in our front yard and waited for the next person to pass by. With Mum still at work and Jet watching television, I could sell screenshots without being caught. Want to buy this for $5? A man with a kind face stopped. What are you selling? I made this screenshot of a phone. Here. I handed him the cardboard screenshot. It's a very fine piece of work, he said. Would you like to buy it? I asked. The man had understanding eyes. He looked at the screenshot, then back at me. I could tell he was remembering something. When I was your age, he said, I used to sell lemonade at the front of my house. I grinned. The man understood me. I'll buy it, he smiled. Thank you, I said. The man gave me $5 and walked away, whistling to himself as he gazed at the cardboard screenshot. What a nice guy. Maybe he was from Fiji. With $5 in my pocket, I felt like the king of the world. I felt like I could sell 1,000 cardboard screenshots. I couldn't have been more wrong. I didn't sell another screenshot that day. Not one. I didn't sell another screenshot the next day. 0. Or the next. Zilch. Lack of sales was a problem. Maybe the screenshot idea wasn't so great after all. I needed to come up with a new idea. Want to buy these for $5? Mum wouldn't miss a few knives and forks. A lady wearing a striped jumper stopped to check out the cutlery. Only $5? She sounded doubtful. $5, I confirmed. What a bargain, she said. I'll take them. She paid the $5 and walked away, clearly happy with her bargain buy. I snuck back inside to clean out more of the cutlery drawer. 26 more pieces of cutlery for $5 was a fair deal. I sold them to the very next person who walked past our house. Are we missing some cutlery? Mum asked that night. I don't think so, I said. Have you checked the dishwasher? Yeah, but there were mostly spoons in it, she replied. I was sure we had more knives and forks. I shrugged. Oh well, she said. I'll pick some more up at the second-hand store tomorrow. Her face went dreamy. I remained tight-lipped through it, though. Once we sat at the dinner table, I tried to distract her. Spoons have many uses, I said. You can do a lot with a spoon. We don't need any more spoons. I just don't understand where all the knives and forks could have gone. I'm sure they'll turn up, I said. At least we can eat with the spoons. Baffled, Jed picked up his spoon and poked at his roast pork. You can cut with a spoon, I said. All you have to do is turn it on its side and bam! Knife. I just don't understand, said Mum. Spoons can stab, I said brightly. You just have to push harder and bam! Fork. Mum sighed and attempted to cut the pork with the side of her spoon. The best part about spoons, I grinned, is that they can be spoons. Pick up a spoon and bam! Spoon. All you need is spoons. The rest of dinner was uneventful. Afterwards, I retreated to my room to count the cash while Mum rummaged around the kitchen searching for any more signs of cutlery life. I added the day's earnings to my screenshot money. While a couple of cutlery sales were good progress, they were nothing compared to what would happen the next day. I'm a clever kid. I like to work in systems. The utensil drawer was underneath the cutlery drawer. That was my next target. A lady who kept looking at her phone bought the tongs, potato masher, and wooden spoon. It was a quick sale, so I should have asked her if she needed a screenshot too. Next, I sold the spatula, rolling pin, and cheese grater to one of our neighbours. The balloon whisk, digital timer, and ladle followed. I was on a roll. Then I sold the cake server, ice cream scoop, and plastic juicer. 4 sales and $20 later, I was back in the kitchen working my way through the drawers and cupboards. Mum hardly used any of that stuff. She wouldn't miss it. I sold the sandwich maker to a mother and her baby and rushed back inside for more. Mum arrived home carrying a box filled with cutlery and kitchen utensils. I couldn't believe my luck. I went to the second-hand shop today, she said. I thought I'd top up our supplies. Good move, Mum, I said. She hurried to the kitchen and started emptying the box into the drawers. She was too excited to notice the missing bits and pieces. After dinner, Mum clanged around in the kitchen, muttering to herself about the need to buy more second-hand things. I can't remember where I put the sandwich maker, I heard her say. While Mum potted in the kitchen, Jet and I potted in front of the television, eating ice cream. You can do a lot with the spoon, I reminded Jet. The ad for the Fijian holiday flashed on the screen, and I stopped thinking about spoons. Book now for a once-in-a-lifetime chance to relax in Fiji. The same happy faces of holidaymakers filled the screen. My whole body tingled. My mission in life was as clear as Fiji's coral waters. A tropical holiday was my destination. Book tomorrow to receive free use of a jet ski. Will even include unlimited soft drinks delivered to your room. I could do with unlimited soft drinks, I said. What? Said Jet. Nothing, I said. I couldn't risk having Jet on my case. He smiled at his spoon and shoveled in another mouthful of ice cream. I lay awake in bed that night for hours, dreaming of riding a jet ski in a giant pool of soft drink. It really was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I couldn't miss out on the chance. The only problem was that I had to book the next day. So after lots of thinking, I came to realise there was only one thing to do. Carrying a 50-inch flat-screen television is not an easy task, but I got it out to the front yard in the end. You can do a lot of surprising things when you want to go to Fiji and get awesome upgrades. Mum was at work and Jet was at soccer training, so it was the perfect time to strike. The television was sure to go quickly. I saw a teenage boy on a bike. Want to buy this for $5? The boy stopped pedaling and eyed me suspiciously. $5? Are you serious? I nodded. Call your friends, I said. There's about to be a sale of serious proportion. Right here in 5 minutes. The teenager's eyes widened. Cool, I'll make a few calls. He gave me $5 and promised to return to collect the television with some of his friends. Sure enough, a few minutes later, right on cue, I opened the front door to let in a bunch of excited teens. Everything is $5, I announced. Just leave the spoons and beds. My Fijian upgrade was just hours away. The sale had started. The teenagers called more of their friends. Word quickly spread, and soon loads and loads of people were searching for bargains swarmed the house. Lounge, sold. Shampoo, sold. Dining table, sold. Fridge, sold. Computer, sold. Grandma's antique piano, sold. And at a bargain price, I might add. Socks, sold. Coat hangers, sold. Ovens, sold. Spoons, please put them down. Office desk, sold. Filing cabinet, sold. Everything sold. Everything. Everything except the spoons and beds. After all, we had to sleep somewhere, and spoons have many uses. The crowd left, arms filled with our old stuff. My pockets were filled with cash. I rushed to my room to count the money. $3,000. Perfect. It was time to book a holiday. It was time to go to Fiji. A waiter walks over to me and takes my empty glass. Another soft drink, sir? Yes, please, I say. I lie by the pool, living the life of a royal, the Fijian sun beating down on my arms. I'll call Mum tomorrow. I'll tell her the truth. I'll tell her how I borrowed a few of our things and sold them. I'll tell her how the booking price only included a one-way ticket. I'll tell her that I'm stuck in Fiji. I take a sip of the soft drink, my 16th, I think, and lie back on the chair. It shouldn't be too hard to get back to Australia, not when you're as clever as me. I lean over to the honeymooners sitting next to me. Excuse me, I say, pointing to the chair I'm relaxing on. Want to buy this for $5?